The kingdom of Eubacteria, or we can say kingdom of bacteria or the germs. Eubacteria can be classified based on many things. First of all, we can classify this Eubacteria based on their shape. And based on their shape, we have the bacilli. If the bacteria have rod shape, so it's named as bacilli or bacilli. And if the bacteria have sphere shape, it's named as cocci. And if the bacteria have spiral shape, it's named as spirilla. And also we have another two shapes. If the cocci or the sphere shape are arranged together in a chain, so at that time it's named as streptococci. And if they make a grape-like structure, they named as staphylococci. This was all about how we can classify bacteria or eubacteria based on their shape. Now, based on temperature, we have bacteria that live in temperature from 0 to 20, and the bacteria that live from temperature 20 to 40, and also the third group which live in temperature from 40 to 110. Based on gram staining, we can distinguish two types of bacteria that appear pink under the microscope, which is the gram-negative bacteria, and the bacteria that appear purple under the microscope, which represent the gram-positive bacteria. Based on the need of oxygen, we have three types of bacteria: the obligate aerobic bacteria and obligate anaerobic with facultative anaerobic. Also, based on the nutrition, we can classify the bacteria into heterotrophic bacteria and autotrophic bacteria. The heterotrophic bacteria, also we have another group of heterotroph which is named as saprophyte that feed on dead and decaying material. The autotrophic bacteria that make their own food, we have two types of autotrophic bacteria: photoautotroph and chemoautotroph. Photo, it means they can make their own food by photosynthesis and using sunlight as a source of energy. While on the other hand, the chemoautotroph, they are autotroph, they can do their own food, but instead of sunlight, they oxidize the mineral and the chemicals inside the minerals, like the iron oxidizing bacteria. As we said, also based on the need of oxygen, we have the obligate anaerobic, which means they should only survive in the environment with no oxygen, and the oxygen is poison for them. The facultative anaerobic, facultative, it means they can live without oxygen. Obligate aerobic, it means they are obligated or they should be in aerobic environment. It means they need oxygen to survive, and they can't survive in the absence of oxygen. Finally, based on the phylum, we have 12 phylum for Eubacteria, but in your book it only talk about 3 phylums of it. The first phylum is named as Cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria are type of photosynthetic bacteria that they can do photosynthesis and provide oxygen for the atmosphere, and also they can fix the nitrogen. The second phylum of the Eubacteria is named as Spirochetes. Spirochetes, these type of bacteria, they can live freely, they can live symbiotically. It means in a symbiotic relationship with other organisms, which means both of them can get benefit from each other, both the organism, or they can live parasitically and they cause diseases. For example, the disease which is named as syphilis, which is a sexually transmitted disease. The third phylum of Eubacteria is named as the gram-positive bacteria. It means all the examples of this phylum, they are gram-positive, which means they appear purple under the microscope. The gram-positive bacteria, example for it, we have streptococci that cause the strep throat, and also we have the lactobacilli. The lactobacilli can be both of them beneficial and harmful. The beneficial one, which help in turning the milk into yogurt, and the harmful one, it's responsible for your tooth decay. Also, we have another group of gram-positive bacteria, which is named as actinomycetes. Actinomycetes are this type of gram-positive bacteria that are like branch filament, and they live in soil. They use to make the antibiotics. The last phylum that we have is named as Proteobacteria. Also, the Proteobacteria can be classified into 3 major groups: the enteric bacteria, the chemoautotrophic bacteria, and nitrogen-fixing bacteria. All of these bacteria are gram-negative bacteria, and they appear pink under the microscope. The first one, which is named as enteric bacteria, enteric, they live inside the intestine, and we have the example for it, the E. coli, which is an important bacteria. It's a beneficial type of bacteria that can live inside your intestine. They help in making vitamin K, and also they help the digestion. But if it's we have too much of E. coli at that time, it will be harmful, and it can also we have the salmonella that cause food poisoning. It's also a type of enteric bacteria that can live in the intestine and cause food poisoning. The second group is the chemoautotroph. As we said before, it's a type of autotrophic bacteria, which mean they can do make their own food, but instead of using sunlight, they oxidize the chemicals inside the minerals, like iron oxidizing bacteria. They are also gram-negative and belong to proteobacteria. The last group is nitrogen-fixing bacteria. They can fix the nitrogen and convert it into a form that the plant can use it. This type of bacteria can live symbiotically or freely. An example for nitrogen-fixing bacteria, we have Rhizobium. Rhizobium is a type of nitrogen-fixing bacteria that live in a symbiotic relationship with a plant, where both of the plant and the nitrogen fixing bacteria, which is named as rhizobium, get benefit from each other. And also it's rod-shaped bacteria and gram-negative bacteria. So we can say all of these four phylum, these three phylum, which is the cyanobacteria, spirochetes, and proteobacteria, they are gram-negative, and only this phylum is gram-positive bacteria, which we have in your book only 3 examples: streptococci, lactobacilli, and actinomycetes.